Please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon button, like, comment, and share.
Vouch for that. She spends most of her time on the range and in the classroom, teaching others about firearms and the fundamentals of shooting. On her days off, you'll likely catch her somewhere in the backcountry with her favorite firearm, a Kel-Tec KS7, at just over 26 inches. This short, slim second cousin to the KSG is lighter, but no less lethal. The shotgun's 18.5-inch barrel offers plenty of velocity, and its ample magazine tube provides a healthy dose of firepower with its 7+1 shell capacity, her go-to for home protection. Alyssa loves the carry handle and fiber optic sight she got on her first KS7, but is equally enamored with the Picatinny rail kit she put on her second. Why so?
Purpose-built for serious protection. Developed for exceptional maneuverability. Ideal for tight spaces. Designed with a similar ergonomic adjustable grip as our M&P 2.0 pistol lineup. The M&P 12 grip can be fit to your hand for optimal trigger reach and recoil control. The M&P 12 is built to give you options, and that includes ammo. Run different shells, mini, 2 3/4, 3-inch, mix and match. Designed with load assist for easier, more comfortable loading. With a wide range of shell compatibility, you choose the shells that best fit your needs. Engineered with the same controls you're familiar with. A platform built for options and
such as the KSG, UTAS, and now M&P 12 that on the surface appear to be similar to the DP12. First of all, the DP12 is the only double barrel pump shotgun in existence. All other shotguns of this type are a single barrel shotgun that are fed from 2 magazines. Once you empty the first magazine, you have to stop, flip a switch to get the gun feeding again from the second magazine. This is not a new idea. In fact, the origins of this design can be traced back to the South African Neosted. The DP12, on the other hand, shoots all of its 16 rounds uninterrupted from the very first shell to the 16th shell. The DP12, with its 2 barrels and dedicated magazines below each barrel, which feeds, fires, and ejects the spent shells with an extremely reliable, linear straight line. The DP12 double pump shotgun, on the other hand, has 2 independent systems. In the event of a malfunction, the remaining system of the gun keeps firing. This concept of 2 independent systems is not new either, but it's new to the Bullpup shotguns. Dangerous game rifles used at the turn of the century in Africa all had 2 barrels and 2 shots. They're really 2 guns in one for ultimate reliability. This is critical when you're going up against a lion or a Cape buffalo, where there's no margin for malfunction. When you think of the DP12 from this perspective, it's very clear the DP12 is a far superior design. The next point I would like to mention of the construction of these guns. Look at the receiver of the KSG. It's just a piece of stamped sheet metal. Even the entry-level Remington 870 or Mossberg has a machine steel receiver. Why? Because it works. Now look at the DP12. It has a 7075 T6 aircraft-grade aluminum receiver, machined entirely from a billet. Now you can see why Smith & Wesson copied the KSG, not the DP12. In closing, if you want to save a little money and you want a hobbyist level single barrel shotgun, then the KSG, M&P 12, or UTAS are for you. If you want an industrial...
So since then, there's been quite a few folks out there, some of our friends, some of them not our friends, that have decided that they were going to get into the game as well. Yeah, I guess the more the merrier, as long as they do it right. So what we have here is our magazine-fed pump action, our newest model. This is our Pro Series M pump. Now I'm going to run a few rounds to this thing, then I'm going to talk about its features. All right, let's give it a go. Nice, and that was a 5-round stick. So, very, very smooth operation. You can see here as you release, look at this. Super smooth operation. Comes with a dovetail cut out on top so you can clamp on your rails and clamp on your sights, whatnot. Comes with a beautiful white dot up here up front. Very sturdy stocks here, very good shore grip on the front. So the best part of this is that it takes Sega 12 mags. Now we have our version here. This takes Sega 12 drums as well. There's no modifications on those drums. So unlike the other guys, we also have a semi-automatic. You may have heard of it. That's the Pro Series M. That's the semi. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to put a few rounds. So here it is with the 12-round Sega drum. We can go ahead and put a few rounds through this thing. See how she runs. That is outstanding. That is wonderful. It's pushing me back a little bit. So that was GC127 light load. It's wonderful, wonderful. So this thing runs great on buckshot. It runs great on light. It runs great on whatever you have. This is a wonderful, wonderful piece here. Go to www.blackacestactical.com. Get yours today. Semi-automatic, traditional style mag fed. Nice. Very nice. So we're going to go into a little further depth with this Pro Series M. As you can see, this is very compact. It's fitted with 12-round Sega drum. Nice bright white dot at the front. Comes with an array of chokes. This is very beefy under here. So underneath this forend is our recoil assembly. Steel piston rides on a tube. All recycles there back and forth. So this has, see here, an ambidextrous charge handle. If you want a left side charge handle, you swap it from right to left. It's for your left side charge. This is a real aluminum trigger guard too. We went the extra mile to give you the quality that you deserve. Now, the big boy legacy brands, they're still in pump land, and that's fine. If you want to pump, that's fine. That'll do.
We need to verify the condition of the shotgun. First thing we need to do is ensure that the shotgun is on safe. With the 500 and 590 series of shotguns, that ambidextrous safety lever needs to be all the way to the rear. Once we verify that that lever is all the way to the rear, we can go ahead and open the action. To do that, we're going to depress the action release lever by pushing it all the way into the frame. Now I can bring that forend all the way to the rear, opening the action. Once the action is open, I can physically and visually inspect the magazine tube and the firing chamber to make sure that it is free from any ammunition, and I can also make sure that there's no debris or excess lubrication. Now, before I load the shotgun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to verify I'm utilizing the right ammunition. In most cases, that information is going to be on the left side of the barrel. Alright, for the sake of the video, I'm utilizing dummy rounds, and I'm also going to show you how to load directly into the chamber. In this case, I'm going to take this dummy round, brass to the rear, and just let it fall into the ejection port. Once it does so, you'll see that the shell elevator maintains control of it, and as I bring the forend forward, it brings the shell to the appropriate level, and it allows those dual extractors to maintain control of that shell as it moves into the firing chamber. Now, at this point, I have a round chambered. Even though there's no ammunition inside the magazine tube, there's still a round in the chamber, so I'm going to make sure that that safety stays on and my finger stays off of the trigger. To place ammunition into the magazine tube, I'm going to invert the shotgun so that that loading port is facing upwards. I'm going to take these rounds, once again, brass to the rear, maintain control, and use my thumb to press it into the magazine tube. I'm going to press it far enough forward that I feel and hear that cartridge stop snap as it takes control of the rear of the shell. At no point am I going to try to put more rounds into that magazine tube than it can handle. That's how you damage the shotgun. Now, at this point, I have a shotgun that's completely loaded and ready to deploy. Now, what about downloading and unloading the shotgun? All right, the act of downloading the shotgun is simply taking that round out of the chamber and securing it elsewhere. Now, to do that, I'm going to once again depress that cartridge lever. I'm going to maintain control of the shotgun between my arm and my body, and I'm going to ease that forend to the rear. Once I bring it back, you can see those dual extractors maintaining control, and it's going to clear that chamber, and that elevator will come up and make sure that it doesn't fall through. I'm going to keep pulling back, and then once that elevator starts to drop out of the way, I can reach in and I can manually remove that shell from the shotgun. Once I've done that, I'm going to close the action. With the action closed, I'm going to now rotate that shotgun, and I'm going to reach inside of the loading port and access that cartridge stop, pressing it inward and allowing those shells to come out. Now, it's important to do this one at a time. You don't want to get overeager and try to control too many rounds at the same time, because it makes it difficult to control and you'll end up dropping rounds all over the place. Once I have all those rounds out of the magazine tube, I'm going to open the action, verify that the safety is still on, and give it one last check. I'm going to check both physically and visually the firing chamber.
Thanks for watching. Product buying links are given in the video description.